Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. Today, I'll be your captain, and I'll have a co captain, but you'll have to stick around and find out who that is. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you all for supporting the Queen Tulsa Show by showing up, smashing the like button, sharing, and also engaging and telling a friend. Mhm. Well, today on the Queen Tulsa Morning Show, we have some hot topics, and we have a lot to get into. Black Panther actress Latita Wright has come on out that closet. You have WAC 100, you have ASAP Rocky, and Beyonce and Jay Z was spotted out. Guess where? Child, we got a lot to get into. So let's get into it.
Never say we want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah, nah. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Oh nah. Give it to me like you need it, baby. Want you to hear me screaming, have you breathing. I don't need a reason, baby. I want it till you can't buy. I can get it to you right, baby. I wanna be in LA. I can be real good. We don't get these feelings. Hey, I need some love.
All right, and we are back. Okay, so everything that we say on this channel definitely alleged. And so, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the content. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know who Latita is, but she's the young lady that played Black Panther in the movie. And she recently, decided to, walk in her truth. And shout out to her, like seriously, for walking in her truth. Black Panther actress Latita Wright comes out as gay. Meet her gorgeous new girlfriend. Okay. Now, according to our favorite source, Media Takeout, they reported Black Panther actress Latita Wright has come out as gay. Media Takeout has learned the beautiful actress who played Shuri in the Marvel movies has long been rumored to have been gay, right? As Media Takeout reported, Latita has been struggling to come to grips with her sexuality, especially given that she is a devout and practicing Christian. Now, it appeared that Latita finally has come out to live the life that she's been struggling with as an open lesbian. Latita was spotted out yesterday with a group of her gay pals at a Kalani concert. She was dressed in a comfortable, baggy, shiny, with loose fitting jeans and sunglasses, and her friends all wore baggy shirts and jeans also. Okay. She brought her new girlfriend with her to the concert. Okay. If you guys want to see the video, you definitely can get on her Instagram or get on TikTok. You'll see the viral video. So, who is Latita's beautiful new love in her life? A gorgeous IG model named Eva. The two ladies have been traveling the world together for months, Media Takeout confirmed, and they seem to be deeply in love. We're happy. We're really happy for Tish. We know how hard it is for people to accept themselves, but now that Media Takeout confirms that she did, Shuri is out here living her best life. Okay. And a shout out to everybody out there, in the community, LGBTQIA plus, and even if you aren't, live your life on your terms. I just say I'm all for it as long as we are not putting nobody in the way, if you know what I mean, right? Latita Wright began her career with guest roles in the television series Top Boy, Coming Up, Chasing Shadows, Humans, Doctor Who, and Black Mirror. For the latter, she received a Primetime Emmy Award nomination. She then had her breakthrough for the role in 2015 film Urban Hymn, for which the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, BAFTA, named right among the 2015 group of BAFTA Breakthrough Brits. Okay. In 2018, she attended global recognition for her portrayal of Shuri in the Marvel Cinematic Universe film Black Panther, for which she won an NAACP Image Award and a SAG Award. She reprised the role in Avengers Infinity Forever in 2022. In 2019, she received the BAFTA Rising Star Award. She also appeared in Steve McQueen's 2020 anthology series Small Acts, which earned her a Satellite Award nomination. So, my thing is shout out to her for all of her accomplishments and, her strive to the betterment, right? Oh, child. Well, listen here. Let's get into ASAP Rocky because the streets are definitely talking. Mhm. And they are saying that an IG model exposes ASAP Rocky for cheating, says she ate his booty and put a finger in it too. ASAP Rocky and Rihanna recently welcomed a new child into the world. Earlier this month, was broke exclusively by Media Takeout. Now, just a few days after his family celebration, an Instagram model is coming out to throw his life into turmoil. Media Takeout learned that popular IG model is spilling the tea about an alleged encounter between herself and Rihanna's baby's father. The incident purportedly happened, oh, guys, during ASAP's relationship with the pop's billionaire, Rocky. And the IG model gave graphic details on what she alleged happened between the two. In the video, the model claimed that ASAP and her had a romantic encounter inside a Miami hotel room, and the encounter was unorthodox. Media Takeout has learned. According to the model, as soon as the two got it popping, the woman threw Rihanna's baby's father on the bed and started performing an act on his backside. The woman claimed that as soon as she did what she did, Rihanna man threw his legs back in the air like he was doing jujitsu. Then the model claimed that she got into it and began sticking her fingers inside his exit only area while she ate his groceries. The woman added that she believes that ASAP is bisexual and is suggests that Rihanna likely does the same favors for him. She also claims that Rocky enjoyed the encounter so much that he gave her a call back months later for another round, but she was unable to make it. She even provided screenshots which appear to show DMs between her and ASAP from the late 2020 when Rihanna and ASAP were definitely dating. The text message read, "What you doing?" And there's a reply, "Yo, what up, T? Been trying to reach out because I'm working on a project. I would love for you to be a part of it. It's a dope. Let me know when you're interested, love. Bless." Of course, love you. No, I got you. Let me know when to come through and I'll slide to LA. Heavy on the slide. We can book your travel. It's all love, little lady. What's your schedule looking like this upcoming week? I'm open until Thursday. What day did you have in mind? Can I ask what's the project for, babe? It's for a photo shoot I'm doing. I'm directing it. What's your number? I'll fill you in. My phone number is one. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He says, I text you. I don't want you ever to think I stood you up on anything. So you can send me the balance I owe on the flights, please, and I'll send the money back. I really F with you like a brother, and I don't want any issues in the future. And it says, thank you. He says, thank you. You know what? I just wish that people would just really let people just be who they want to be inside the bathroom, outside of the bedroom, in the, just wherever, as long as it's safe and nobody is at stake. Okay, and speaking of being at stake, we have Whack 100 back in the news, and he's making headlines, child. And y'all already know how Whack 100 gives it up. You know, Whack 100 is, calling out academics. So Whack 100 to academics, he says he might need to tread lightly. Okay, so Whack 100 delivered a message to DJ Academics after the streamer repeatedly disrespected singer SZA. Whack 100 says AK should think twice about disrespecting Black women. I had a talk with him a couple of days ago. He's been told to refrain from that name. He's a YouTube blogger. So if you say something to him, he's gonna say something back. Now, I really think AK playing a dangerous game because you are attacking a Black woman. Them SZA fans and them Beehive fans and them Meg Stallion fans and them fans, boy, they get to posing the F up. 40% of their fans be people from the LGBTQ communities, he explained. Okay. He wanted to ruffle some feathers. He went on to say they got to posing the F up and they get to protesting against Spotify because that's where his contract is at. Saying he's using the platform to degrade and disrespect Black women. And they start finding them clips where it looks like it's some domestic ish going on. AK will F around and find himself in a bad situation. He might need to tread lightly. Child. Well, my thing is, so are you doing it for a cause or are you doing it for the applause? Are you going to stand up for, women in general, or are you just going to, call him out and say, oh, well, the people are going to come after you if you do this? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a little interesting to me that, these two are, exchanging words, being that, it's 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 a lot. And speaking of a lot, I want you guys to take a second to reflect on that. And the reason why I say I want you guys to reflect on that is because I want to take it somewhere else, right? And so where I want to take it to is, I don't know if you guys have heard about this or not, but there is a Georgia sheriff pleads guilty to essaying Judge Hatchett, and he resigns with his full pension. Now, this is something to protest about. This is something to get in an uproar about. This is, when we talk about injustice and we talk about a serious violation, right? Well, we can definitely bring this up. Okay, we can definitely bring Okay, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can bring this photo up. Yikes. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let me upload the photo. But I want you guys to understand this. Like, when you talk about rhetoric and things like that, it really, you know, you have some people that are interested in that, and it only, like, you enforcing it only ignites them to be more encouraged by that. You know what I'm saying? You're encouraging them to enforce it, right? So let's go ahead and get into the article. A Georgia sheriff has pled guilty to essaying prominent TV judge Glenda Hatchett at a Cobb County hotel in January 2022. Police charged Bleckley County Sheriff Christopher Cootie with SB after he groped Judge Hatchett on January 18th, 2022 at the Renaissance Atlanta Waverly on Galleria Parkway. According to the warrant seen by Media Takeout, Sheriff Cootie and Judge Hatchett were in the hotel's bar when he placed his hand on the top half of the victim without her consent. The arrest sparked outrage online. The Judge Hatchett fans and women all over the country called for Cootie to be fired. But that didn't happen. The Georgia governor's office said that the incident didn't rise to the level required to fire the sheriff. Now he's out of a job. Sheriff Cootie pled guilty to one misdemeanor charge of SB in court on Monday, August the 21st, and was sentenced to 12 months probation, 40 hours of community service, and a fine of $500. A news report from a Fox station. He resigned effectively immediately, but will be entitled to his full pension, which amounts to close to 1 million over his lifetime. Media Takeout has learned. What do you guys think about that? When you talk about the justice system and, you know, mm, was that fair if it had been someone else? Do you think that they had, if someone of a particular color had done that, do you think that it would have been like that easy, or wham bam, okay, you're out of here, and you still get to keep your pension? All right. So while you guys think about that, let's go ahead and bring up our next topic. Okay. All right, Rico, let's go ahead and get into our Royals. All right, we have Rico brought in here through the Hearts Up. Hello, welcome. Associate Minister and Reserve Deacon, Mr. Terry Jones says hello. Queen Tulsa, grand rising to you. Okay, absolutely. So let's go ahead and let's get into this, child. We have the power couple, Beyonce and Jay-Z, child. Yes, they are in the news. They are in the news. Okay. So Jay-Z and Beyonce spotted at Tampa strip club. B getting L dances. Jay wasn't allowed. Beyonce and Jay-Z had a ball during their recent trip to Miami. B's Renaissance was in Tampa, Florida last week, and she and her husband decided to enjoy a bit of the local festivities while in Miami. Media Takeout learned that Jay and B went to Playhouse, one of the city's hottest adult gentlemen's club. According to the streets, the couple rented out a private room in the club and had a few ladies in there with them. Here's a woman from Tampa spilling some of the tea. Hey, I just heard from a friend at the strip club on Dale Mabry that now Dave Mabry is shut down because Beyonce has arrived. According to another woman, a dancer who claimed that she signed an NDA to participate in the encounter. Beyonce got a few lap dances, but Jay didn't. Probably didn't want to have any potential Becky with the good hair accidents. Smart move, B. Beyonce started performing in various singing and dancing competitions. As a child, she rose to fame in the late 1990s as a member of the R&B girl group Destiny Child, one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. Their hiatus saw the release of her debut album, Dangerously in Love 2003. She then released the commercially successful solo albums Beat in 2006, I Am Sasha Fierce in 2008, and Four in 2011. In the mid to late 2010s, after creating her own management company, Parkwood Entertainment, Beyonce's artistry archive widespread acclaim for releasing the sonically experimental visual albums Beyonce 2013 and Lemonade in 2016, which explored multiple societal themes such as infidelity, feminism, and womanism. Homecoming, the live album 2019, a project encapsulating her entire 2018 Coachella performance, has been heralded as one of the best live albums of all time. Lauded for wide reaching curation from many eras of Black musical history. Following the acclaimed LGBT inspired dance album Renaissance 2022, she became the first solo artist to have their first 7 studio albums debut at number 1 in the United States. Some of Beyonce's most notable songs include Crazy in Love, Baby Boy, Irreplaceable, If I Were a Boy, Halo, Single Ladies, Put a Ring on It, Run the World, Girls, Love on Top, Drunken Love, Formation, Break My Soul, and Cuff It. Her collaborative music ventures, including Everything is Love 2018, an album with her husband Jay Z as the Carters, and the musical film Black is King 2020, inspired by the music of the film soundtrack The Lion King. The Gift 2019. Outside of music, she has starred as an actress in multiple films, such as Austin Powers in The Gold Member 2002, The Pink Panther in 2006, Dreamgirls in 2006, Cadillac Records in 2008, Obsessed 2009, and The Lion King 2019. Okay. So when you talk about turning your pain into power, okay? Grand Rising Jaguar, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you. I will go ahead and drop the link in case you guys want to come up, sound off with the Queen this morning. And we can do a daily devotional if we have anybody in here that definitely wants to come up and chat. Okay. Give me your thoughts. I feel like when it comes to our, worlds, our relationships and things like that, it gets very interesting. And just seeing um, how everybody's moving in the industry, it just, play it safe, get your NDAs. And if you want to have a good time, definitely protect yourself. But like I said, as long as it's fair game, everybody's in, nobody's out the loop, and, you know, it's fun. Okay, let me go ahead and drop that link. Uh-oh. Okay, so I dropped the link in case anybody wants to come up, sound off, and give their opinions on today's show. So we've talked about Latita Wright. Oh, wow. I wonder, Jaguar, are you related to Latita Wright? She's an actress and she played in the Black Panthers. Well, good news. She has come out as, gay, and she has a girlfriend, and it feels good. Okay. All right, so we have Jaguar right in the building. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring her on up.
Good
Jaguar,
morning, darling.
good morning, Grand Rising. How
Yes,
are you?
child. I am I am befuddled.
Oh, yeah.
I love being over here talking to you because you actually understand some of the words that I be saying.
Absolutely. And if I don't, we're going to look up.
Child, I am befuddled. I am like miffed. The
Yes,
natives are restless. My,
absolutely.
my. Ooh,
Yes.
did you hear about what happened yesterday
No, you've got to fill me in.
on the night shift of the Jaguar Right Hate Train? They literally lined up Mama Lisa. They lined her ass up and they all jumped on her. They gave her her own emoji. It's the shady palm tree. And they
Wow.
said every time she show up, anywhere they show up, there's gonna be nothing but palm trees in the shade. And then they
We,
dry docked her and told everybody that Mama Lisa live in California. And they said she getting doxxed. Oh yeah. They they like They accused her of being my secret channel manager. And then Mama Lisa was like, I'm gonna go get me a free Jag t-shirt. I'm gonna get my own t-shirt made. I don't care what y'all say. Ooh. Then they accused her. They said that I accused Mama Lisa of being the head of the troll farm. I never said that. They try to line her ass up.
well, she pretty much set herself up for that. I don't know. I think that she likes to have a good time, but then it's like she got wrapped up and she got caught up in the rapture. And she should have taken off running a long time ago.
Mm,
If you can sit in a place where people can sit up here and dog somebody out that you genuinely support, that you have cashed up or donated or whatever you did, if you went around promoting Jaguar and you're around people like that, they're taking notes.
yeah.
But as far as like the dachshund and things, like she's a we have to protect the elderly, right?
Right.
Protect the elderly. And when you talk about dachshund, you have people that want a viral moment. So are they waiting for somebody to delete? This can lead to deletion.
I know. I know.
And
But
the
income
mental that
But
comes
incoming outgoing says she got a source that is tracking Mama Lisa down and they gonna dox her.
wow. Oh, Mama Lisa. Listen, but only thing I'm gonna say to Mama Lisa is like you gotta go where you're accepted and not tolerated.
That part. I mean, but this was like they favorite old lady. And incoming outgoing was like, you shady. And we see you now and you want to talk. Because apparently on the low, Mama Lisa got on LaShawn the Dime channel
Mhm.
and called incoming outgoing a struggle channel.
But where's the lie? Where's the lie?
Wait a minute. Then LaShawna Don gonna show up and say, don't put me in there. You said that all by yourself. Ain't nobody coaxed you into saying that. Yes, you did say, like, I'm like, it sounded like a bad locker room moment in high school. Like it was bad. Like they had
Oh,
Mama Lisa backed
so
up
the
against the lock.
so the young lady, what is her name? Stony?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, so okay. You know what? I did get a whiff of that. Okay, so Mama Lisa went to misgender and Stony because everybody thought that Stony was a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take this back a step. incoming opinion, I had went over to her channel one night, and
Yeah.
I thought that it was a place where everybody could come up, even if they had a difference in opinion, even with supporting Queen Jaguar. That I've been over there. She knew that I supported you, but one day I had went over there, and she was like, "Oh, you were sitting on the panel, and people was talking about me, yada yada yada." Girl,
Yeah.
I'm not a damn handler. I don't care. That had nothing to do with me. Go
Period.
check him. And then she says something about her platform. And I was like, girl, F you and your platform. Like, this is my thing. I don't know where some people get off to thinking because I watch your channel that I'm gonna be loyal to you. I don't get where people come off if I come and visit their channel that they're gonna get that loyalty. I am there for a visit. I'm giving you a view. Who I
And not
connect
only
with,
that, you're there to bring your unbiased opinion and to show support for what it is that you believe in. And I don't think people understand. It's not about you being on my side. It's not about you. No, there's just certain things that we agree on, and that's what you stand for. I'm not asking you to be my cheerleader, and I
and you
never have.
you never have. You never have. But you know what? It's like you said something very that really touched me. You said diamonds form under pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm okay with people saying that I'm crazy or I'm this. Okay, that's fine. You can call me crazy, but can you call me wrong?
That part.
And I think that's where it is. But now being that this is Hot Topics and you showed up,
Uh-huh.
how you doing?
Girl, I'm good.
Can we get into your interaction with your love, TJ, and some of my
Yeah.
observations with TJ?
What about it?
Okay, so TJ, are you present? Because
Teach.
TJ,
Tell
we
them we're
need you.
calling for you, babe. They want to do a checkup. Rich
Yeah.
Rising Tulsa.
Grand Rising. We are here. Your sister is here to support you. You, my Scorpio sister. You know why I'm throwing it at. Okay, so can we just all agree that we can put our defense to the side and have a real lady conversation this morning?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys some of my frustrations or some of the things that I've been kind of like, oh my God, what is going on? And you guys just give me your honest opinion back.
Sure.
Okay. So Grand Rising, first of all, I wanted to say I admire you ladies, but I've seen you guys online arguing, bickering, having these guys in your relationship, and then y'all have so much knowledge, but why is it that y'all let the negativity overpower a good thing?
TJ gonna go first.
Oh, I gotta go first.
You gonna go first.
Why do we allow the negativity to take over? I can only speak for myself. Why I allow it. It don't even make no sense why, because like you said, I do know better. I think not I think for me, I've allowed my emotions and my insecurities to get the best of me. So I've just been reacting instead of just stopping and thinking and acknowledging us in the moment and in reality.
Yeah, and when I want to comment on that in that space, it's like this is from observation. This I'm not saying that this is true. But I noticed that you get a rush when you're in those comments or there's a conversation going on. You want to just, oh my God, what's next? What did they say? What is this? What is this? And I think that will run you into a mental breakdown. Would you agree?
Oh, yes. I think I've been having a mental breakdown for the last 2 months. Because in the very beginning, I started reading the comments to get people perception, or trying to get people's perception of what was going on. And I think that was my biggest mistake, was just getting in those comments to begin with.
Right. So let me ask you this. With that being said, what approach can you take like going forward? Because when you're in a situation like that, and then you're, let's just say Jaguar's in a conversation and she might be heated about something or something like that, and then y'all come together and you're on something, but then she's on something, something totally different, and then y'all clash. Is it
Um, I'm sorry, go ahead.
is it possible that you can focus on being a talent and not in the audience?
Oh, that was sweet. So I might have to use that. This is why I like her.
I completely yeah. I've learned some lessons yesterday. My eyes were open to a lot of things yesterday, and just sitting and reflecting. I need to stay out the comments, and understanding that I'm no longer in the audience has been a struggle for me, honestly.
Yeah. It's like y'all both have a good thing, right?
Right.
And I feel like it's going to get tainted, or it won't last long if you don't do that self-evaluation, do that self-check. You're seeing, how are you going to be available for us, and you're not even available for yourself because you exhausted. This shit is depressing. Then you barely, are you sleeping?
Yeah, we sleep.
You could have fooled me.
Why? Because of yesterday?
Because of like all the stuff that's going on, it doesn't seem like you're just at peace. Listen, I want to do an activity with you ladies. I want you guys to go out and get a white candle. And this is what we're going to do. This is going to be an exercise. I want us to, whatever it is that we're going through, whoever hurt us, our traumas, our mothers, our fathers, and we're going to get that white candle and we are going to burn it, and we are going to let it all go.
Didn't we just do a ceremony?
Yeah, we did.
And then what happened after that ceremony? The forgiveness ceremony.
We got to argue.
Who got to argue?
Well, me.
Thank you.
Only 2 people can argue, so.
No. One
So,
person can argue and the other person can be attacked, and then the other person can defend their position.
so that's not an argument.
I didn't start any. I don't start arguments with you, beloved. I don't. Let me tell you something. You can start a fight with Jesus Christ. Okay, that's just something that I learned about you. You can start an argument by yourself in a room. And I want to put this into context. Where are you going? Why are you shaking your head? Okay, so let's put it into context. And this is how I see it. This is my opinion. Everything that I am about to say, these are the views of Jaguar Wright Johnson and Jaguar Wright Johnson alone, and they do not reflect on anyone present or engaged. Got it. In my opinion, people are products of their environment. Correct?
Correct.
Can we all agree on that?
We can agree.
So if you have been...
TJ, did you agree?
TJ, do you agree? Can you
TJ,
verbalize
are you in the comments?
No, she's walking around. She's
bring
pacing.
it in. No, bring it in, TJ. This is an
Come on, babe. I'm right here. Okay, all right. She can hear, so
okay.
she's definitely close enough to hear. Being involved in a relationship, for over a decade, You learn how to operate in that environment. Me and TJ haven't even been together for 6 months. They say in a breakup that it's like the mourning or grieving time. For every year that you were with someone, it takes a month to get over that relationship, to break the habits from that relationship, the engagement, the way, like you have to literally reprogram your mind in a new relationship because this has been your operating, does that make sense, Tulsa?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So if you've been in a relationship where there has been hate, vitriol, lots of arguments, lots of disagreements, you know what I mean? Lots of broken promises, lots of unkept words. If you've been in a relationship for over a
DV,
decade where
DV,
you've been, huh?
DV.
That as well, right? When you've been in a volatile relationship, you have been trained to be defensive at all times.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So even if you step into a new relationship, and understand this, when TJ left New Mexico, she was already in the mindset of leaving the relationship behind. She just didn't bank on falling in love and starting a new life. But because of all the YouTube engagement, we decided we want to give it a try. So she's in the middle of mourning and grieving a over decade long lifestyle and then moving into a completely different lifestyle, never really getting a chance to get acclimated in that. And then your relationship, your new relationship is now public. Like you didn't even get a chance to talk to your kids. You didn't get a chance to talk to your family. You didn't get a chance to talk to your friends. Everybody knew about your relationship before you even got a chance to decide whether this was going to be your relationship. Like, I don't think anybody's really putting any of that into context. That in itself, if you take all of that, old relationship, new relationship, decade, over a decade's year-long habits and conditioning and training, and then this very new public and open, avant-garde, arts-driven life, like it's night and fucking day. It's literally like she left Earth and moved to fucking Pluto, and the whole thing was being filmed like it was fucking Truman TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah.
For any human being. But imagine what it's like to go from spectator to talent and be ridiculed for everything, every moment, every second. Meanwhile, you're being trolled, you're being harassed, you're being this, you're being that. So all of that pressure engages the psychological training and conditioning that she, developed during that 11-year-long relationship. And on so many times privately, I've had to tell her, you say that I'm doing these things that trigger you and remind you of said relationship, but I'm not that person.
Mm-hmm.
So you're dragging the past into our present. And you're confusing the emotions that you've been conditioned to feel when you hear certain things or experience certain things. And that's your base of operation.
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
So it sounds, well, from the outside looking in, she
Yeah.
didn't have time to heal. She didn't even have time to get off by herself before she was in another relationship. And so I
Right.
know when you say, taking that baggage, but it's like it was an escape plan. This is, it's so much that goes into this. So that's why I
Yeah.
was thinking, like, if you guys will focus on that part and teaching people how to navigate and then you're in a relationship with a partner that sounds to me has PTSD to
Oh,
the max.
absolutely. She
You know,
absolutely has PTSD. Um, it
is
was
she?
crazy. We were looking through the pictures the other day. In the phone, she was showing me pictures of the kids, and we were just talking about how much she missed them. And she was telling me the memories attached to the images. And then we ran into some pictures of some bruises and some cuts on her body. And I'm like, what's that? And she said, oh, that's from when her ex had abused her in the home. And I just was like, fuck. Wow. I mean, broken skin. Um, Beloved has been through a lot.
Sorry, TJ, honey. Sending love and light to you. And
Which,
to you.
once again, no, but that takes me back now that we're talking about it. And thank you, Tulsa, for opening up Pandora's box, because now it's re-engaging me to the night when we got on the stream with Kulu and the fake DV story about us popped out, why you became instantly triggered and emotional. Like, because I hadn't seen those pictures. I didn't know. Teach is a very prideful woman, and she does not claim victimhood at all. She is a survivor. That's just who she is. So now I get it when they were asking you, do you need to go to a shelter? Why that triggered you so heavy? And we were sitting there thinking that they were talking about your ex, right? And had no idea. They were thinking that I had abused you. And so when we bumped into these pictures, it's like, wow.
Mm.
What they heard that they thought was me was her past being triggered. And that's where those tears came from. And that's where that emotion came from. My beloved literally put her mind, heart, body, and soul on the line to be the protector of the youth in the house against this person. And apparently they were all victims of this person at one point in time or another over the course of 11 years. So imagine what it's like to go through all of that, and then you get online without wanting to get online because you've been exposed by this ex. And now the ex is the good person. The ex is the hero. The ex is the this and the that, and she's the bad guy. Who wouldn't that trigger?
It would definitely trigger. I mean, you just can't help but to be triggered. Is TJ reaching out for help for like her PTSD?
Actually, as soon as we get settled into the new house and get a little money and get the companies really running good, when that YouTube check, when we can finally get it, because we're still waiting on the pen, TJ's going to go through the landmark education program.
Okay. Now, what is the landmark education program?
Well, it's called Landmark Worldwide now. It used to be Landmark Education. But basically, it's like in the realm of an E.T., Eric, what is it, Eric Thompson, the hip hop pastor who does motivational speaking. He's huge. And like Tony Robbins, it's a self-awareness and improvement course that
Oh,
helps you sort through the details of your life and empowers you to not be a victim of your memories, but a hero of your dreams.
mm.
And I took the course. I graduated 2012. I'm still engaged in the course. Our our community is worldwide. There are so many landmark graduates in the entertainment industry. Will Smith was a landmark graduate. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. landmark graduate. Barack Obama, landmark graduate. Like, the people that come out of this organization go on to do amazing things. Even my life coach within Landmark, his name is Larry Pearson. Amazing. You'll hear me like mention him in lives from time to time when I'm explaining some of the things that was taught to me. But me and India Irie crossed over with Larry Pearson. Yes. And India Irie, also a Landmark graduate. But Larry Pearson was the one back in the 90s that led the conversation that brought the Bloods and the Crips to the table when they had that truce. It was Larry Pearson that led that conversation for Landmark Worldwide. Like, it's a very powerful organization, and it creates powerful people. Even that man that I'm still legally married to went through. He's a Landmark graduate. I won't be in a relationship with anyone that isn't.
Right.
Because the manner in which I approach life, unless you have those same tools, you'll never speak the same language as me. You'll never truly hear what I'm saying, because human beings are conditioned to only accept what they relate to, as opposed to accepting new perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So like Landmark is, it's literally the core of how I engage everything in my life. And I'm so glad that Tija's going to be doing it before the holidays, because I think once she has her personal breakthrough,
Yes,
she'll be able to leave breakdown in the past and then take all of this information and use it to build a really engaging, powerful, and momentous future for her and her family, our family at this point.
yeah,
So yeah, I am very, very, very forgiving, and because I know what it's like to be invaded by the internet. And
yeah,
I was already a celebrity,
yeah,
used to getting the attention, and it was a lot for me. So imagine what it's like for someone who's virtually used to living in their own personal anonymity and having their freedom without being judged or ridiculed for their choices. And then overnight, boom, magnifying glass on you.
and seeing thumbnails, seeing photos, and how did they know this? And
That
people
part.
invading the privacy. Let's definitely continue to keep TJ and yourself lifted up in prayer. Let me ask you this. So
Yeah.
what are, like, I know you like to cook, but what do y'all like to do together? Like, have y'all
Oh, absolutely. Look, we go hiking, we go bird watching. Like, we actually do really fun stuff. We hang out at the cigar lounge. Like, when the cameras go off, we have a life.
Mhm.
And it's wild because the things that I do with her, I'm not going to say we've done like, very, really extravagant things, but they're super high quality moments. And when I talk to her, I'm like, I don't ever hear you talk about or just reminisce about doing any of these things with your ex. Like, when I hear you talk about your life with your ex, I don't hear about, I'm going to miss doing this, or we used to have so much fun doing that, or, you know what I mean? It's always about the kids, but never about your ex. And I'm like, y'all didn't have like date night or nothing? And she was like, no. And I'm like, wow. All I had to do was take her to the lake for a midnight, snack. We pick up a pizza, look at the stars, sit under the moon, watch the fish jump,
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're telling me you guys never did any of this stuff together? And she was like, we didn't operate as a couple. We just operated as a family. And I was there for the kids. I'm like, I ain't even got to try to look like a hero. And that's
Absolutely.
why it was so upsetting for me. All of the, I've been left, I've been abandoned, my wife, like, you're doing all of this for what? because there was no relationship to save. It didn't exist. Like
Yeah.
there's absolutely, like, even me, I will never be in an intimate engagement with that man I'm still legally married to ever again. But we have memories as a couple, you know, memories that were absolutely apparently so strong that he decided he needed to recreate them with anybody he's been with since me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in a bad relationship, there are things that happen between couples that they walk away from and say, man, that was a terrible relationship, but we did have a lot of fun going here. Or we, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I crazy, Tulsa?
No, you're not crazy. I mean, like, even though my ex, he wasn't really up to par. Like, well, hold on. One of my exes, you know, he did some horrible things, but I do have some good memories with him. Him opening up the door, him we went out on a date and he paid for everything. Like, in this day and age, like in the 2000s and stuff, like, in the 2020s and stuff, guys was out looking for handouts, but he just was immature on so many levels, but we did have a great time. We do have great moments.
Well, that was the purpose for staying through the dysfunction, because there were good things. Same with
Mhm.
me and that man I'm still legally married to. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I talked to my beloved,
Yeah, he
and
had
I even,
PTSD and some more stuff. Like, he had been through childhood trauma, and it was
yeah,
times where he would freeze up and get triggered, and he didn't really want to talk, but it can be challenging. It can be challenging.
listen to me, it can be. But at the end of it, the reason why you were there was because there were good things that happened. And
Yes.
when I hear my beloved tell me,
He
I
protected
was
me.
never, huh?
He protected me.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. The conversation that we're having, you about your ex, me about the man that I haven't divorced yet. We're
Mhm.
talking relationship.
Yeah.
None of that existed between them. None of it. There was
Mm.
never any great love affair. There was never any date nights. There was never any couples vacations. They don't even have like pictures. Like, the only pictures that I think Taya showed me is when she took her to a concert that she wanted to go to. And that moment was all about her, but there was never any, like, her ex would never do anything special for her birthday. Her birthday would come and go. She wouldn't make a special meal. Her and she wouldn't encourage her and the children to get gifts to give to Teach. Like, it was almost as if you are only here for one purpose and you are not to be acknowledged in any other way. So if that's what it was, why are you putting dubs on something that was clearly a situationship to help you get out of the homeless shelter after your 3-year-old burned down your house because you're an unfit, not paying attention? It's a
It's a lot.
lot.
Yeah. It's a
So
lot.
imagine being attacked and being maligned and viciously just harassed for a relationship that never existed.
It's giving Mike Jones. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me.
Right.
Now you
Right.
didn't. Now she didn't got the baddest in the town, and she didn't moved on. And guess what? Y'all don't even. Y'all probably. Well, let's just say this: they were living together. You guys are coming together with what you have, the resources, and y'all are happy.
Yeah. Like us.
Material stuff, it comes later. And that's what I think a lot of people, they fail to realize. Some people jump in relationships just to say, I got somebody.
Right. Right. But, you know, Me and Tej are committed to a full clean slate. New home, new cars. We don't want anything in our life. Like somebody asked Tej the other day, like, are you going to try to get the car back? And I'm like, there's too many memories in that car with you and your former life. Like, let's start fresh.
Right.
I don't want TJ sleeping on a bed that Goomba slept in.
Well, I gotta chime in there.
What?
Okay, so when me and my husband, when we was moving out of our old place, we gave our bed to the children's mother and her boyfriend. But we connected on a whole different level, so that was different, you know.
Yeah, me,
But
when I start a new relationship, I don't ever ask my current to sit on a couch, to eat on a plate, to use silverware. No, it's too much energy.
I didn't think about
Fresh,
that.
everything fresh. I don't want you picking up a coffee mug that nigga used to drink out of every day. Now you're gonna get your own cup. We're gonna have our own, like, it's too much energy. Belongings really do hold energy. And mattresses, they whisper. I don't need that man I'm still legally married to whispering in my beloved's ear while we're at sleep at night. Not gonna happen.
So let me ask you this: what's next for you and TJ as far as like, do y'all
Well, we
plan?
found the place, but it's not going to be available until early October. So we found cool temporary housing, and the plan this week, we need to do as much fan funding as possible because I got to give the director for the video, because we're trying to film next week for Gold Shoe Go Hair.
Okay.
I got to get my hair braided. I got a wardrobe person. I'm going to produce it. I have a director. We have a film crew. I just got to get that burst from Rakeem Al-Jabbar. And then we're going to be releasing Gold Shoe Go Hair next month.
Okay. Well, you let me know where I can support. Tag me in a
All
post.
I'm asking is for $1 a view, or for all of my subscribers, just donate $1 so we can get this project done. Because it's going to be fierce. Oh my God, wait till you hear it. Ooh, child, the shade of it all. This song is so fucking hot.
And listen, Jack, since we are on music, can you host on the T? Well, you said that y'all are waiting for the pen for that, right?
Yeah,
To
to collect the cash that we've earned so far.
Yeah, why don't you go like start having like
Tulsa, you got your wrenches, right?
Yeah, well, I got it on your channel, but not on TJ's channel.
Oh, well, don't wait. We're going to give it back to you. The next time we go live, make sure you show up so we can. Oh my God. Oh, young Mr. Ricketts had a field day on our channel.
What did he do?
He blocked like over 500 people.
Oh my God.
He ain't tell us nothing, Tulsa. He's the one that took your wrench.
Really?
He took my wrench.
You know what?
Because I was managing mine. And he took my managing wrench away. I didn't even know.
Wow. Well, you know what? We are making strides, and that's going to happen, you know. And as long
No,
as
but the thing is I gave him trust. And he went and did and got busy. We got the screenshots.
Oh my goodness.
I'll be posting them. So everybody who was on the block list has been unblocked. you're getting your wrench back. Like I'm like, what was you back here doing?
Look, well, this was the thing. They can't take my wrench from your channel. So
No,
anyway, they want us not to be in contact, but it's not going to happen. That's why it keeps being returned to the sender.
mm-hmm.
And they need to understand that as much as y'all don't want to see it, now you ain't gonna have no choice but to see it.
I couldn't believe, like, he blocked people that we love.
Oh my goodness. Oh, speaking of the blocking and all that, I did see him in Monopoly on Tasha K's channel, and Tasha
I
K was,
heard about it. Did you
Ye-
see it?
yes.
What the
Listen,
fuck were they talking about?
I got my whole entire life like Monopoly came over to talk about did not, making fun of her, being on her menstrual and taking shots of, you know,
Testosterone.
well, the red stuff, she was on her period and he was making fun of that. Now, I was like, I don't agree with everything that she does, but that's still a woman. That's an intimate, and that's something sacred for y'all. Y'all go through, y'all have periods, and I heard it was cramps and things like that. Like
Look,
it's a limit to it all. But he
like
had
I
come
told
up,
everybody on both of our channels, we will not tolerate trans slander. My beloved has a trans daughter.
mhm.
You come around here disrespecting anybody trans, and it's going to be an issue, and you will be blocked for life. Period.
Yeah, we create a safe space, and I know life can be very fast for y'all right now, but that's their intention, people. Jaguar and TJ, they're not bad people. They're just
Child, we had to delete comments about people saying, how are we going to have a woman's, call it a woman's forum, and you're there? And I'm like,
well,
report
it be the
harassing
division.
and bullying.
We're gonna still make strides one way or another. They can get
Oh,
on the
by the way, we have to do part 2 of the conversation. Are you available tomorrow?
tomorrow is Thursday. It is the
Is
20.
today Wednesday?
Uh-huh.
Oh, then it's today. Are you available later this evening? I got to get to everybody to pull the panel back
Yeah,
together because we got to finish part 2.
I'm down. You just let me know and I'm there.
All right, cool. I got to get in touch with Esoteric and because people were really engaged. It
Yes.
was a very powerful live. And I'm glad that you were there to represent a part of our community. I think people keep forgetting that we're all LGBTQ plus.
Exactly. Yeah. It was an amazing feeling. I enjoy, two black women coming together, having a conversation, and really get into the root of the problem. Why did you do this? Or you got some type of explanation to what went on, and you got, I feel like y'all are moving y'all's way to closure. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely. And
really,
that's why highlighting this conversation is so important because these are the conversations that we as women, whether you were born a woman biologically,
mhm,
or you're trans, we
right.
all go through this shit.
Mhm.
And I appreciate
Absolutely.
your perspective. And everybody was making fun of doing the devotional. But what I'll say is when we do the next one, let's close with the devotional.
Look, I was about to do it right now.
I'm talking about on my channel, girl. You can do your devotional anytime on your channel. I'm just saying, I think it would be really powerful if we close the panel with that
Let's do it. Let's do
and
it.
seal it with spirit and God and love and remind people, though we might bump up against each other in real life, that doesn't mean that we can't find common ground and still have respect for one another as women.
Absolutely.
So I would love it when we do these women panels. I would love it if you would make sure when you come through. I want to open up the floor for you to just close it out with the word of God, a strong devotional. I think that would just be the deal.
Okay. So how about this? Before we take off right here, we'll go ahead and do the Lord's Prayer.
Okay.
And I just want to say to y'all, thank y'all for being vulnerable. Thank you for hearing me out, because I know life can get so busy and everybody has an opinion, but I'm just here to support. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not perfect. And I always try to keep that in mind as I have turned a new leaf, in this
I
new.
am the queen of transparency. I steer into the mess. I embrace the mess because I believe that's where the true jewels are.
Absolutely. And with that being said, the Lord's Prayer is, Our Father who
Which art in heaven,
is in heaven, hallowed
hallowed be thy name.
thy
Thy
kingdom
kingdom
come,
come. Thy
thy
will be done
will be done
on earth
as
as it is in heaven.
it is in heaven. Give
Give
us
us
this
this day our daily bread,
day
and forgive us our trespasses, as we
as
forgive those
we
who trespass against us. Lead us not
to
into temptation,
from
but deliver us from evil.
evil.
For
For
thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Ashe.
Ashe. This has been a great show, Jack. Thank you so much for all your support. Like I said, you set up the live, I'll share it. Guys, if you want to donate to Jaguar, her cash tag is $JAGSBREAD2. So Jaguar, what is it called?
Jags bread too.
Whose money is it?
Jags bread.
Okay.
Give me my bread. In my Cardi B voice, give me my bread.
That part. And child, she's allegedly going to be suing another blogger or YouTuber or something like that. But that's a whole nother story for another day.
That's
You know,
another hot topic.
yes, that's another hot topic. So thank you for coming by to Hot Topics. And we had a live celebrity hot topic on the show. So guys, make sure you send $1, send $2. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever
Dollars.
you can afford. But like I said, I get thousands upon thousands of views a day.
Mm-hmm.
If only 10,000 of the people that view me in the course of a day just gave $1, the song and the video will already be done. Fan funding is the most important thing for us right now. And we want to do it for them. And plus, the revenue that comes from that is going to enable me to be able to book the venue so that I can do the free donor concert for all of the people that donated to the GoFundMe for me to be released on bond. Ain't nobody talking about that anymore. And I'm still focused on it because I do appreciate them for all coming together to secure my freedom and to give me a chance to fight my case on the outside, because it's so much harder to fight your case on the inside. That donor concert is going to happen this fall. I'm going to do it. Michael and Adrian, they're focused on other things. I'm worried about the donors.
Listen, Jack, text me. Put your number in the back, and then that way I can text you, because we need to figure out a way. I don't want to tell all the plans online, but we need to figure out a way to get you moving around and things like that, and doing.
That's why I said fan funding is extremely important right now. I hate to, which is why I only ask for $1.
Yeah.
Because I can do a lot with $1.
Well, listen, I just put 5 on it. Check your cash.
Amen. I
Okay.
said. So I'm gonna let you finish up your show. I'm gonna go, and me and Tej are about to have breakfast, prayer, and then we got online stuff to do today. And we have to finish cleaning up the mess that was made on Tej's channel.
Right. Okay. Well, shout out your channel, shout out TJ's channel, and then shout out your Cash App one more time. And when you do that, leave the people with something um, that will be beneficial to them.
Oh, absolutely. You can come and follow me and my beloved on our couples channel, which is T and J, right here on YouTube. If you want to see me and more of my journey as I continue to expose the industry and really rip these demagogues out of power to save the future, of music, you can come over to the Jaguar Wright Johnson channel right on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're also on TikTok. I'm going to start engaging on TikTok right before we promote the record. I'll be opening that platform back up. My Cash App is $Jags Bread 2, and $1, $1 per view. That's all I ask. I'll show you what $1 can do, because all of these proceeds are going to go to rebuild and relaunch WCW, to get our initiative squared away, because we found a great property right here in Wilmer, Texas, to start the group homes. And since, TJ actually lived in a homeless shelter at one time in her life, and within that time there, she was giving a job, in the shelter, running the shelter. He really has a passion for group homes and things of that nature, and creating resources to help women get back up on their feet. This is where that money's going to go. So what I'll say is this: if you really want change in this world and in our African American community, and especially the African American community within the LGBTQ plus society as a whole, toss up $1 and help. This is what we want to focus on. We don't want to focus on exes. We don't want to focus on jail bays. We want to focus on the future and really helping people. So put your money where your mouth is. And all it takes is $1. And help us create the change that we all say we so desperately want for our future. And I leave you all with that.
All right. And so TJ, we had to let we had to let your feminine go first. And now we are going to hear from the Dom. Okay. Teach. Now we need your perspective on not your perspective, but just your closing words. And if you can leave the audience with something, a nugget.
What do you want to share, babe, in closing?
To thy own self be true.
Say what time, love?
To thy own self be true. You always trust in yourself and God. Never let anyone make you second guess yourself. Just stand firm in who you are. Never waver. And that's all I got to say.
Well, we definitely want to both. We want to thank both you ladies for being vulnerable, for just showing up today. I know it can be a challenge, but if you just put one foot forward, the other every day is going to make a difference. And TJ, I can relate
What are
because
you talking about?
I've lived in a shelter before.
I'm sorry, pause. Beloved is like on some, I don't know. The other day, after things went really crazy, Beloved and I drafted a relationship contract. And we have everything in our relationship decree. And we spit in our hands and we spit shook on it and we signed it. And so she's trying to point out something. Okay, what is it? Can you read it? No? Then why are you showing it to me in the live?
Because you need to read it.
And what did I do? What rule did I break?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Come on, accountability.
We will discuss all things together about this relationship before speaking about it with anyone online.
And you just
There we
popped
go.
up and tossed up without discussing to me that we were getting online so I could be prepared. You broke the rule.
I didn't break the rule.
Yes,
I
you
came
did.
in to talk about the hot topics, and then Tulsa asked the question, and I brought you in, and you were here.
You didn't.
So I didn't break rule 2.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Well, listen, no. Jack, I broke rule 2 because listen, I broke rule number 2 because I just asked, hey, is it okay if we, talk about, you, your partner, and things like that? So that was my fault. I want to take accountability for that because
Thank you, Tulsa.
yeah, you as a talent, you just showed up because there was a link and we had hot topics.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to take accountability for that. So TJ, I'll take this one, babe.
But thank you for pointing it out.
No problem. Yes, that was
Okay.
good. Effective communication. That's what effective communication looks like.
But see, these are tools that I got from Landmark.
Amazing.
And I'm like, okay, we're in a complete and total breakdown in our relationship. Let's put some integrity to it. Let's put some word to it, and let's hold each other accountable. And I think that would be that's wise for anybody in a relationship.
Well, see, this is another trigger for TJ because you're back on the internet with the content creator. I don't, do all that silliness of what you've experienced, but it's a trigger and a simple reminder. Or what I'm saying, I like the way that she did it. She wasn't, just forceful. She may have said something under her breath. He was like, just say it. And TJ.
No, she just took the contract and put it in my face and had her finger on number 2. Which, guess what? I like that so much better than
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but it's not even about holding your feet to the fire. I want to just acknowledge in this moment, that's growth.
Yeah.
That's growth.
Yes.
And that happens in 24 hours. This contract hasn't even existed for 24 hours.
What were we talking about earlier in the live? About effective communication, things like
Yeah.
like listen, it takes us, we have to build our tribe,
Right.
and we're not going to be you're not going to always get it right. But when you get it wrong, let's just take off the defense. Let's accept what's happening in the moment and just say,
Shit,
hey,
I like this contract.
yeah. I mean,
What?
growth. Listen, I'm proud of both of y'all, TJ. That is growth.
Yeah, it is. But
I'm
see,
proud of y'all.
when you write it down and you agree to it, it
Mhm.
creates responsibility for what you do after that.
Absolutely.
And thank you for bringing it to our attention. And congratulations on really using this tool that we created for our balance. Bravo. Well done.
Look,
Well
thank
played.
you, thank you, Heavenly Father, for bringing us all together for a fellowship. And Lord, any challenges or hurdles that come up against us, Lord God, we know that you are going to work them out. They are already worked out. We just ask you for a covering from the crown of our head to the soles of our feet. Ask you to tame our emotions, give us the words to say when we don't have them, and also give us a kind spirit to be kind and nice and joyful to others. And we ask that you continue to meet our needs and provide our wants later. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. And on
Amen.
that note, we're going to have breakfast.
Absolutely.
It's as late as breakfast is coming.
Listen, hold
Love
on.
you, Tulsa.
We haven't heard much from TJ, so can we just let TJ do her anthem? Child.
Go on ahead.
Me. Welcome to the circus.